Neptune and Capricorn generation. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the Neptune and Capricorn generation, everything you need to know about this generation. Now, this generation usually consists of people born from 1984 to 1998. So let's talk about the Neptune and Capricorn generation. This generation dreams and fantasizes about being successful and being a person of status. Neptune and the sign that it's in tells us the type of things that we dream and fantasize about. Capricorn has to do with being successful and being a person of status. So you'll notice this generation, they have strong fantasies and just strong dreams associated with being successful and being a person of status. This is what they fantasize about. This is what they idealize, the whole concept of being successful and being a person of status. This generation, they project their fantasies onto successful people. Again, Neptune has to do with our fantasies, the things that we fantasize about, right? So this generation, you'll notice that they project their fantasies onto successful people. Like whenever they think about successful people or whenever they interact with successful people, they project their fantasies onto them. And it's like, and they're very impressionable when it comes to successful people as well. And they see themselves as successful people. And it's like they see themselves becoming successful one day, right? So there's a strong fantasy and projection of fantasies when it comes to successful people and people of status. This is the spiritual workaholic generation. They incorporate spirituality into how they achieve their goals. This generation truly understands the importance of incorporating spirituality to be successful, because anybody who studies spirituality understands that there's an element of having to understand spirituality to become successful. Like, for example, like if you study books, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra, that book breaks down the spiritual laws of being successful. And a lot of successful people are in tune with spiritual laws of success and they don't even know it, right? So what I'm trying to say is basically this generation understands more than anybody the importance of incorporating spirituality into how you achieve your goals, because you have to. There's a strong spiritual element to goal achievement. And you also see this as well too if you ever read that book called Think and Grow Rich. If you read the book Think and Grow Rich, it explains the strong spiritual element that has to do with goal achievement, right? Because you have to understand spirituality. You have to have, be in tune with a higher power to be able to manifest your goals, right? And to become the successful person that you want to be. This generation dreams and fantasizes about being disciplined, long-term, goal-oriented people, right? So this is what this generation fantasizes about. They fantasize about being Capricorn-like. They fantasize about being disciplined, being long-term, goal-oriented people. Even if they aren't long-term, goal-oriented people, this is what they fantasize about. Like whenever they fantasize and they lay in bed at night and they fantasize about who they want to be, who they want to become, they fantasize like, man, I just want to be disciplined. I just want to be a disciplined, long-term, goal-oriented person, right? That's something that they truly want and they fantasize about. And even if they're not able to do that, that is something that they fantasize about hoping to achieve one day. Drake and LeBron James are a part of this generation. Now, the LeBron James example is very interesting because he's a Capricorn sun. So he has a Neptune conjunct his sun. And it's very interesting with him. And you see how this plays out because people project their fantasies onto him. And people have a very strong spiritual connection with him. People have such a strong universal love when it comes to LeBron James. LeBron James is very, very loved. And it makes sense because having Neptune in Capricorn conjunct his sun in Capricorn, people fantasize and just love the fact that, he's a representation of success. Right? He represents a standard of success. And this is why people project their fantasies and the whole concept of universal love onto him. All right. So that's how you can see that that's a study, an example of how Neptune and Capricorn plays out. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Take care.